Hello everyone, it's Jackie from Rose Gold Library and thank you so much for clicking on my video. So, I'm super excited for this video. This is my monthly journal that I do every single month, and today is May. So, May is a interesting... how should I say this? It's an interesting month for me right now. I have everything yet nothing at the same time. So I kind of wanted to go extravaganza, if you will. And then I realized I need to have less visual clutter. So I went with something a little bit more subtler. And then when I realized the game updates, thankfully it's a lot... there's a color scheme that I kind of enjoy of the green and purple for May. For some reason it kind of like ended with greens and purples, which I liked at the end of the day, and then it would be perfect for the current weather that I'm facing. So yeah, in case you haven't realized in a little bit, this is based on TWST Wonderland the game and the English server. So there's a lot of things that are happening, as well as the fact that I'm just going to be super busy in the last, and then depending when this comes out, honestly, depending if I get this out. So yeah, so the game updates, it's in early May. They're still rolling over some of the events from April, which is the cooking event, and then adding some birthdays and new story content. There's going to be new stories in May this year. There's going to be a 7.5, book 7.5, Adventures at Rest. So we're going to see everyone in their PJs. And then during the mid-May, it will be Silver's birthday. And then the training camp. I personally just don't like the training camps that much because I don't know, my brain just doesn't like them. I think it's just like, I love a good story. And there's the Equestrian Club showcase, which means we get to see Silver in his nice garb, you know, his nice club guard. And then late May, it will be another overblock card. It will be Jamil's overblock Schemer of the Scalding Sands, and I fear for my luck. Because after this, it means either June or July, it would be Azul's, and I fear for my wallet. So keeping that in mind. And I just kind of love how unintentionally I kind of plan my journaling days or journaling ideas with the updates in the English server. I love and I hate the idea because that means I can't really like plan everything all at once, but also it is fun within the constraints. As you can see here, I've had a myriad of stickers, pins, and little fun things that I've gotten over the past 2 years now. Wow. I've been going to TWST Wonderland events and Etsy shops and everything, and I'm realizing how much money, but also a lot of freebies that I've gotten over the last year and a half. I'm also part of a sticker club, so there's a lot of those stickers in here. I also just kind of like the I love the idea of Rook Puppy. There's one of my favorite creators, and they made a little Rook Puppy. So Rook, one of the characters, into a little puppy, so I wanted to shout them out. They're also the person that made a Uma Musume sticker, a gold chip, which would be May's unofficial mascot. Fun fact, I like the idea of a horse. I'm also just kind of scared of them because I don't know why they built like that. They're so tall. Any horse that I've seen, I just don't like the idea of a horse being so tall. But also, I was a horse girl when I was a kid, so it's the idea of that I can. They're just so tall. But I also live in a city where I don't really see a horse until I see somehow on like a parade, and I'm like, where do you keep these guys? Like, where do you keep the horses? They're so tall. So, but also I love Uma Musume. It's a fun little anime. And then I realized, man, I really do need to start walking more. But it does get the recovery process a little too real. It kind of hits. Anyways, so I'm kind of changing up my workout routine. For the last couple of months, there was, not to get too personal, some life-changing events. So I'm trying to get back into my little health and workout. It's a lot more simpler. If I go on a walk, that's a win for me. So yeah, if I go outside, it's a win. I'm not starting off strong anymore. But yeah, so I kind of switched it up a little bit. Usually I like to do 2 sides, but now I'm kind of switching up for a half door situation. I'm kind of seeing if I like this spread for my bullet journal of kind of like a faux duck door. That's what it's called, or like faux doors. So what I do, I just fold them straight into the middle, and then with the other half, as you can see, I would just add my notes or add little things on the side. I kind of like the idea of it, but I wasn't sure how to execute it. I did it again for May, but I originally started in April because I like the idea of a duck store, but I kind of always feared the fact that, like, oh, if I do it, the lines will be slightly wonky. But I kind of like the accordion-esque looking file of it all, but also I just kind of, the idea of looking at a journal and visibly seeing some of the pages fully cut didn't sit right with me for some reason. So that was just kind of a fun little thing of where I was like, you know what, it's my own journal. I don't need to suffer. It's my journal. It's my silly little haha. And I just kind of went with the dates. You know, I typically like to do Monday to Sunday. I kind of structure my work week around it. I know people like to do Sunday to Monday, or Sunday to Sunday or Sunday to Saturday. My brain goes with, on a monthly calendar, it's Sunday to Saturday, but on my weekly, it's Monday to Sunday, because if that makes sense. Yeah, it all is structured depending on when I go back to work. And so this one, it was just kind of fun to play around with the idea of how do I do these stickers, or how do I put these notes. So with this one, we have the Culinary Crucible Carpe Diem. I seize the fish, or something like that. That's the full title. I love the English server uses the puns. I love a good pun. And I just kind of went with the fact that there's a lot of cards happening. I had to go back and check for reference. And like silver cards, it was kind of fun just to see what would fit. And I was like, with this one, since there's a Diasomnia showcase, I was like, where do I do this one? And then I realized, oh, silver, he's part of Diasomnia. Just put it right there. And this one for the last week. So what the English server does, there won't be any official dates unless it's like a birthday or something. And Jamil is getting his own spread, essentially, because he needs to be number one. And he won't be overshadowed. He will have the spotlight in my journal. I'm kind of going. I like his characters. He's growing on me, unfortunately. So I kind of started off with the good vibes. And I'm just putting Lilia because he started my month off. And I just love the sticker. It is Lilia's cooking and the pot is burning. So that's pretty much my entire journal. Please comment down what you'll like to see next time. I'm super excited, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.